Now a play fake. Carr. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Akeem Hicks. He's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. Back deep, the dangerous Tyler Lockett. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Fielded at the 33. 35 yards that time on the punt, and the Patriots take over.
At their own 38-yard line.
Very good starting position for the Patriot offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. Sony Michel, his first carry. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st, Michel. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot 1st down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Jonnu Smith, 39 yards. And the Pats have taken the early lead. Well, these may be an adventure this afternoon, but this one is good.
It's 7. Raiders, nothing.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will make it into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Their own 23-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. It's caught inside the 25.
They're not even trying to do anything.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Henry Ruggs,
Touchdown,
77 yards. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up.
Daniel Carlson.
And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers. That meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On 2nd and 2, Mayfield. And he'll get that to Michelle, complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
James White's first carry. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and
the last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Here's Mayfield. That's to his running back, Sony Michel. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
Brandon, you know this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Michel. And he's going to have a Patriots first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 44-yard line. Here's White. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about. They get the guard out of Georgia Tech, Shaq Mason. Following the penalty, Michel. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
A hole to dig out of here, 2nd and 17. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. He's going to take off with it. A breakdown defensively there as the scramble is going to set him up with a much more manageable 3rd down.
It's a gain of 13 yards. Leads to 3rd down and...
After one, a 1-point game, 7-6.
With the score, Patriots 7, Raiders 6.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. They defer to White out of the shotgun. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it. This is Michelle. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes a defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Throwing, Mayfield to Michelle on the screen. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
On 3rd down, Michelle. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good, and the lead is up to 8. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will make it into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. On 1st down, Combs. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while, get at least 2 first downs, give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
On 2nd and 9, Carr, and he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver, and that'll make it 3rd down.
3rd down and 9 yards to go.
From the gun, it's Carr. Dancing to his left. He'll look downfield for one. Oh, wide open, complete. And he's able to get it all the way down to the 20. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Even with the good move he showed, he'll be brought down short of the 15. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
So from the 17, here's 2nd and 7. They'll try the left side. Combs. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Now a give right side. Combs. And the Raiders are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's 3rd and goal. On 3rd down, Combs. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Raiders move back within a couple of the lead. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
Now Carr. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Raiders 12. Daniel Carlson to kick off.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have, and think back to our meeting with the head coach, and we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, are you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
On the pickup, it's 2nd and 8.
From the 27, Mayfield. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle?
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
47 Mike, 47 Mike. Alert, 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 alert. Hey, check Mike 47, check Mike 47.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Steps away. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd and 10.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26.
And this might not be the last interception we see, Brandon. Both of these teams like to throw the football, but here in this snow, ball's not going to always go where you want it to. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Under a minute to play here in the half. Time for a late drive.
It makes sense when you think about it. Hey, try and get a field goal. Give yourself a lead going into the half. But if you're going to do this, you better have supreme trust in your quarterback. Supreme trust in the guy's going to handle the football. Because if you turn it over here, not only do you go in down at the half, you've given the momentum squarely to your opponent.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Shotgun now for Carr. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Carr. And once more to Ruggs, this time the catch made. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Las Vegas.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. Carr, a quick throw. It's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. No move for the field goal unit. They're going to go here with 5 seconds left. The final shot here before half for Carr. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short.
Incomplete. Jesse Bates on the coverage.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit.
A 27-yard attempt.
The kick by Carlson is good. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Daniel Carlson to kick off for the Raiders.
Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. From the gun, Mayfield. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. It's Damon Arnett picking it off. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They'll run on 1st down. Combs. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
They'll keep it on the ground. Combs. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
Number 39.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
From midfield, here's Carr. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball gets super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this 3rd quarter. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return, and out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Nice, sweetheart. He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. Pistol. Hurry, hurry. Mike, I got you.
Mayfield on 3rd and 2, and that's caught by Smith. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
48-yard line.
On the ground, Michel. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
The tackle made.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 11 yards there, first down. The CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but man, his first step is so quick too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react. I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Well, they sent the power set out there, and their job is to be man-on-man and move people so they can run the football. But that time, too many men didn't get moved in the box defensively. They end up throwing him for a loss.
Both steps with the mic. Real. You got nothing.
On 3rd and 1, here's Mayfield. That's out to his running back, Michel. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going, and if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Trying to pound it in here with Michel. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. They'll run with White, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
They had 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it in, Michel. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run. And once again, the Patriots are back out in front.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points. And around the goal line, especially on two-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is a big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And with a marker down, he's up just past the 25-yard line, but I think they're going to be going backwards. Let's check the call. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 13. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. Open man is Edwards. He's got it. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one goes for 30 yards.
30. First down, Raiders.
One quarter remains for the right to survive round one here in the AFC. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. Combs. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football.
3rd and inches.
On 3rd down, Combs. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
At the 41.
Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Vegas, 1st down.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Check 53. Check 53. Here we go, dude.
Now they'll throw with Carr. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Well, so much of playing quarterback in the snow comes down to trying not to do too much. You've got to just keep telling yourself, throws downfield we've run every day in practice all year. But guess what? They suddenly become more difficult. And this one gets away from him and winds up an interception.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Following the interception, Mayfield caught out left side by Robinson.
Mayfield's pass.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield, the intended receiver, Sony Michel, and it's 3rd and 5.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
New England on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. To throw, Mayfield, flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Now a first down carry. It's Michelle. Tackle there by Alex Anzalone.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Mayfield looks to throw. He'll buy some time right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. From the gun, they run with Michelle. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge. Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Give him 2 yards on that play, and the Patriots will get a new set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Mayfield. Slide, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Max Crosby in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
On 2nd down, Michelle. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. After that run, still a good amount of meat on the bone here for this 3rd down play. Can you envision them putting this in the air?
Totally. I mean, look at who he has under center right now. If you can't trust him with the football, you can't trust anyone. And frankly, to me, in the hands of my offense, I don't want to turn it over to them and rely on my D.
So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 1st down, Michelle. And he'll find his way down right around the 12. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Now it's Bolden. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. On 3rd down, Michelle. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. Mayfield to throw. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Sony Michel, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt away the game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
The Raider first down.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. He was trying to get it that time to Bryan Edwards. And now it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
43 from my boy, 43. Check, 43. Right screen.
To throw again. Carr. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
They go down to a knee, and that will do it. They are moving on here in the playoffs.
Listen, anytime.
On 1st and 10. Now Sanders. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Thirteen yards remaining on 2nd down. On play action, Wentz. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now flags come in here. Looked like one of the Eagles might have moved. The full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. They'll run with Sanders. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Quick throw out wide by Wentz. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. Very sharp here to start this drive, 3 for 3.
Yeah, I like the way he's running this 2-minute drill. Very sharp, very precise in throwing the football.
And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Play action. Now Wentz. That'll be caught. Rager with it. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Wentz on target to Rager. First down, Eagles. They go back to the ground with Sanders. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And the Eagles are going to be set up with a first and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal. They'll try to run with Sanders. And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime. They've just likely won this thing in regulation.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown late in the game. They look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready and the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together and make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and making an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10. Throwing now is Wilson. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on first and this ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime.
Obviously, the excitement level here is almost at fever pitch. Down one. It's tempting to go for two. I say you go ahead and kick the extra point. You got the home crowd carried into overtime.
I'm with you. I do see some fans, though, holding up 2 fingers. Easy now.
Yeah, but they're not the ones who have to actually make that call, are they?
And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. Oh, it's an enormous call here. They'll go for 2. One play to keep their postseason alive.
Right there, 54, right there, 54.
One last shot for Wilson, eluding the pressure right. And it is caught. They got the 2 points, and with it, they've taken the lead.
36, Eagles 35.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And a disappointing way to close out the season. He got into the playoffs but couldn't really make any noise.
Still a good season. Some might call it a great season when they get away from it a little bit, but they also will all look at their own errors, their own mistakes, and wonder how they could have played a little bit better. So if they get in this position again, they'll be ready to win.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Seahawks here as we say so long from Seattle.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I asked. Can I?
Hey, could count on my power and look at my dogs from. It was way back then, could claim what you saw, but you weren't with us. The higher the climb, the harder the fall, but how did you get up? I done got rich and went broke, then got rich again, just a little hiccup. I done been ballin' this pickup. Remember me being so bummy and being so hungry, I had to eat gristle. Ay, how did the lady go miss? Ay, her she was magic, she mixed. Met her at one of the functions, we caught a little rhythm, she caught up a friend, they kissed and we did it, and that's how we kicked it.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed.